When? And hi, everyone. Ronnie Wald live and direct, and we've got another great L28 Sports broadcast for you. So excited to bring you now a game between two teams that are so close geographically, but have not played each other, if you can believe it, in 9 years. I'm talking about Paraclete taking on Desert Christian. Baseball here. I'd like to say it's a neutral site, but it's not. It's the home park of Desert Christian, Raleigh-Duntley Park. Long time. Again, fantastic recreation opportunities for the citizens of Lancaster, but also playing, again, a number of their high school baseball games here. Desert Christian, known as the Knights, they come into this ball game 8-2, and a 2-1 mark in the Heritage, third place. As for the Spirits of Paraclete, 4-4 in third place in the hotly contested, very difficult Catholic-based Del Rey League, and they're 6-8 overall. One disparity we have to talk about, though, Desert Christian, a Division 7 CIF Southern Section school, Paraclete, Division 4. On the hill right now, senior Oscar Medina to start things off in the top of the order for Paraclete, Mason Jacobo. And the first offering is taken outside. Oscar Medina, all 5'8", 147 pounds, soaking wet. Comes right back, and it's a fastball taken a little bit outside, 2-0. Medina with a 1-0 mark and a 0.47 earned run average. Quite impressive. Here's the offering. It's hit hard. Slapped to left center. It'll fall for a base hit to start things off here in the top of the first inning. By the way, Jacobo is Medina's opposite number, and we'll be watching him pitch in just a moment. Right now, number 2 hitter, Antonio Longobardi. So a solid single. There's nothing, again, to be confused with that one. It was hit on the screws, so to speak, and a quick throw over to first to check the runner at first base. Of course, a Paraclete adorned in that good-looking red helmet and that outstanding gray and red and yellow outline of their road uniform. Taking a bit outside. And for the home squad, they're in their blue, very much dark blue uniform, white pant, and a royal blue cap. There you have it. Which is becoming somewhat of a Chamber of Commerce-like day out here. Here's another quick throw to check the runner at first. Heavy cloud cover above us, the, again, cumulus-like clouds, and somewhat dark off beyond, in the distance, right field. That's a slider taken inside, 2-0. National Weather Service tells us temperatures will hover in the 60s, a nippy-like day, and a lot of folks here at Raleigh-Duntley, they're bundled up. Here's the pitch. High fly ball to left. That's Brenton Edwards. Got a bead on it. Keeps going back, and finally hauls it in for out number 1. We always talk about the high sky syndrome and the confusion looking up into the azure blue sky. It's not any easier, again, when it's a dark cloud cover above either. But, again, left fielder Edwards able to haul it in for 1 down. And here is C.J. Vasquez, left-handed bat. And here's the pitch, and it's outside 1-0. So you have the opposites, righty versus lefty matchup. That means advantage right now to the hitter at the plate. And another throw at first. So, again, trying to keep his concentration on home plate, but also looking over the shoulder to a very pesky runner in MJ Mason Jacobo, firmly ensconced at first base. This is hit into left field, and it's in the gap. It's center field. Pardon me, my view was obstructed, and it was dropped by the center fielder. So here comes the runner, Jacobo to third. He's safe, and that was a lazy fly ball. Usually we watch the outfielders if we lose it up in the sky, and I believe for a minute what I just referred to, the dark cloud cover, made it difficult for Andrew Silva. And one thing we know about Silva, one of the best outfielders around and can cover a lot of territory, and even he was confused. Okay, we've got right now Spirits on second and third. This is hit right through the glove of the shortstop Mount. One runner will score. Let's see if he'll take liberties on the arm. No, he will not. And quickly getting him back to third base. He's out at third. That was C.J. Vasquez, who tried to take liberties. A wide turn. Matt Mahoney safe at first base, driving in one run. And breaking the ice just like that, Paraclete. 1-0 here. The hitter is Armando Salcido, number 17. He takes a fastball outside. So every one of the hitters so far facing off against senior Oscar Medina, he has been in the hole. He can't get that first pitch strike. Again, a left-handed bat, excuse me, swing, a chopper down the line and out of play. Now we feel a bit of that wind gust starting to kick up here and can at any time. In a very spacious ballpark here at Raleigh-Duntley Park. I know I can get that one out. Runner goes, hit and run, slash to center, and taken by the center fielder. He'll haul it in for out number 3. It could have been real trouble that time, and if it gets away from the talented Silva, 2 more runs will score. Nonetheless, Paraclete gets 1, breaks the ice, and we're ready to see, of course, Desert Christian coming up in a moment here on L28. So glad you're with us.
I have a set of glasses so you can see them strike. That's how they do the catches at first, right? Watch the thing and listen to the bang.
Heading now into the bottom of the first inning, Paraclete already striking and breaking through with a single run in the top of the first. And here's Logan Mount to begin things now for the Knights of Desert Christian. Here's the pitch over for a strike. Logan Mount, Oscar Medina, and Jacob Aosta here to begin things for Desert Christian in the bottom of the first inning. The pitcher, Mason Jacobo. Pitch taken high and outside. It's 1-1. Mason, known as primarily a strike thrower. I mean, in baseball parlance, they say he can really bring it. Great heat. And one more thing that a lot of young players don't have, his coach says he has exceptional poise. This is going to be struck to center, and now ranging over to his right and hauling it in, Armando Saucedo for the grab. And the first out here in this, the bottom of the first inning. So well hit that time, but of course we've got a couple of great outfielders in center field. We'll keep our eye on them for the entire game. We're talking about Saucedo, again for Paraclete, and Silva for Desert Christian. The hitter is Oscar Medina. Pitch taken way inside. Jacobo, a sophomore. That's why his head coach praises him over and over. Why not? The great poise, but in a sophomore young man. Comes right back and laced foul, right side, out of play. Mason's 2-2 and a very good ERA of 2.39. This is his 6th appearance of the year and showing his flame-throwing abilities in 26 innings, 20 strikeouts. Fastball taken high. Coach Gorman told us, though, keep an eye on his very quirky delivery. And that's going to be a slider down low. And it's 3-1. But he's known for his great command. So let's see, as he finds himself right now with one down here in the first inning, and 3-1 count, and here it comes, taken high and inside, ball 4. So Desert Christian with a base runner in the person of Oscar Medina, and here comes Jacob Aosta.
Jacob, lock in.
Jacob's just been simply marvelous so far as he finds himself the number 2 hitter in the Heritage League with a very robust .533 average. The curveball taken outside. So let's take a look now at Paraclete with the leather. Of course, Battery, Jacobo, and Ramirez. Vasquez, Perez, Longobardi, and Camas around the horn this afternoon in Lancaster, California. And this is a curve for a strike. Here's the Spirit outfield. Jesse Hernandez in left, Saucedo in center, Matt Mahoney in right. Aosta can really take it a long way if he needs to. And that time, he tore the cover off the ball. It's into right center field, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Lead runner, he's going to make it home, Oscar Medina, on the solid double RBI, Jacob Aosta, and we have ourselves a 1-all tie.
That's a run right there.
So you got a good idea of his great power there.
Yeah, Mark, that was a great run right there.
Able to lace it into the right center field area, a veritable Death Valley out there, right between Mahoney and Saucedo. Oh, by the way, for Jacob, RBI number 10 on the season. Now Jace File will check in right now. He is the first baseman for this, again, Knights team. Jason Gorman in charge of Paraclete as the pitch is a strike, 0-1. Jay Falk runs things for Desert Christian. Both of these coaches in their second year at the helm. Great confident batting stance at the plate. And this is hit as a 2-hopper. Oh, he tries to short hop it. That's Perez. The throw to first. And it is not in time. No, he did nail him, pardon me. I was watching that first base coach, and he was giving the signal like he was an umpire. He was giving wishful thinking. Can't follow that. So File is gone on the ground out. Here's Noah Bakewell. Got him. Number 11. And here's the offering taken for a strike. On that ground ball, Aosta was able to shuffle over into third base, and he's only 90 feet away from scoring the go-ahead run. Fastball for a strike. Jacobo's last outing was a 2-0 loss to Bishop Amat. However, he was outstanding in that ball game, scattering 5 hits. It's a 1-1 tie. Paraclete and Desert Christian, and the pitch taken down low. Aosta, not known as a speed merchant, but he's in good shape if a solid single comes about on the part of Bakewell. Now steps out, asks for time. Back in there one more time. Looking in for a sign right now, the pitcher, Mason Jacobo. Comes right back, and it is flared foul, right side out of play. So here's your Desert Christian lineup. It's Logan Mount, Oscar Medina, Jacob Aosta, Jace File, Noah Bakewell, who's at the plate right now, Weathers, Maine, Silva, and Zico. Seth Zico hitting ninth. Comes right back himself as it's a curve, and that umpire didn't give him the corner. Nothing. It's a ball. Doesn't like it from the catcher, Carlo Ramirez. He likes this one from a stretch to improve his control, and this is a chopper right down to the shortstop, Longo Barney. The throw up and over on the sideline will score the run. And Desert Christian up now 2-1. Longo Barney was setting it up. He had more than enough time. But the errant throw puts it down the right field line, and as a result, scampering in, Jacob Aosta. Three to one. Thank you. I have a great producer, not just technically capable, but able to give me what I need here without the scoreboard. 3-1, Desert Christian. At the plate, Nick Weathers. He hits it as a line drive into right field, base hit, and that's going to put right now runners at first and second. Solid single, and they've got themselves 2 hits in the inning and the walk. Desert Christian here, and as a result now Jason Maine, number 2, the second baseman at the plate right now. Desert Christian wants to get to Mason Jacobo early because he's a starter who can get stronger as the game wears on. High pop-up right side out of play. Wind just died down quite a bit after we heard it was going to kick up upwards of 15 to 20 miles an hour. That's a breaking ball over for a strike. One of his best pitches we've seen so far in this ball game as he's trying to get settled down out there. One Mason Jacobo. Knights at first and second. Here's the pitch. Off the end of the bat, up the middle, it's going to be trouble. Oh, he got a hold of it and stepped on second. I'm talking about Antonio Longobardi. And as a result, that inning is over. But they get themselves 3-1. Desert Christian will be right back. Abraham Perez will start things off right now for Paraclete, as Desert Christian able to score 2, not 3, in the first inning and top of the second outs. And as a result, right now they find themselves after one complete 2-1 lead in this ball game. So Paraclete will start things off here in the second inning. Pitch taken down low. Perez followed by Camas and then Carlo Ramirez. Hit hard on the line, right at the first baseman. So File able just to reach out there and snare the baseball. And we've seen a lot of baseballs hit in this ball game in terms of strong and very resolute line drives, one after another. But speaking to the Paraclete head coach Gorman, he made it clear we try to keep the ball close to the ground, as that's a line drive down the left field line, and it is a foul ball. So Perez gone on the line out. Here's Anthony Camas. The count to him 0-1. Into the windup, fires away, and that pitch misses 1-1. Coach Gorman says he has dealt with in his complete career, and he played for Palmdale High School back in the day, dealing with the wind here in the Antelope Valley, playing baseball. That struck down the left field line, foul ball. It's 1-2. Go for the Worm Rakers, R-A-K-E-R-S. Keep it on the ground. You're going to be a failing baseball team in Antelope Valley if you, again, put it in the air. This one, a solid line drive again. We've had about a half a dozen of them in this ball game. And so with the base hit, Anthony Camas at first base. And here comes Carlo Ramirez. Someone in the cafeteria just dropped a tray. Coming through and getting the dessert. Just desserts. Throw over to first to check the runner. When you speak of Coach Gorman, though, what a tremendous background, Paraclete. As I noted, having played for Palmdale High School. This is hit as a one-hopper to second for one, back to first. Double play. The pitcher's best friend, 2 for the price of 1. And the inning is over right now for, again, Paraclete. 4-6-3 double play. And as we head right now into the bottom of the inning, bottom of the second, Desert Christian up 2-1. We'll be right back.
Well, that was a quick inning. We have 20 pitches pitched in 2 innings by Oscar. On the other side, 24 pitches pitched on the first inning. Go, man, go! You got this! Have you guys done anything with the lot at all? No, you know who they are though, right? Oh, you don't? They're a baseball training facility over on on 50th and M2, where a lot of these kids go and train and play for travel ball teams on the off season. And that's why a lot of these players are so good, is because they train out there. They're both ex-pros. Dana pitched in the pros for 10 years. He pitched for the Dodgers. Yeah, the owner of the lot. If you guys do sports in the valley here, probably need to do something on that. But just an idea. Yeah, M2 and 50, it's called the lot.
Silva, Zico, and Mount right now for, again, the Knights with the 2-1 lead right now over Paraclete. Ronnie Wald on a broadcast solo bid here on, again, L28. Curveball taken down low. Well, we were speaking about Coach Gorman before that inning ended about his great background in the Antelope Valley. Now the head coach of Paraclete. 1998 Palmdale High School graduate who went on to some great things. Comes right back, is taken for a strike. It's 1-1. He played for Cal State Northridge and then also played for the Jethawks. But for the last 13 years, more important work, LA County fireman. Here's the pitch, and taken high, it's 2-1. We covered Paraclete softball a couple weeks ago. His daughter Addison playing for the Paraclete softball team. As this is hit inside out. Oh, what a bad hop. Grabbed by the shortstop, Longobardi, the throw in time for the out. So that gives you a good idea about the field here and the issues involved. Sometimes when baseball's not on, they talk about people allow their dogs to run out here. And, of course, that was a tricky hop. And all the credit goes to Antonio at shortstop fielding that cleanly. So we've got one down here, and here's the number 9 hitter, Seth Zico. Taken high, 1-0. It's Coach Gorman that really preaches at Paraclete, as we said, keep the ball down. Don't hit it in the air here. That's over for a strike. The configuration of the fields in the brand new layout at Paraclete, the softball heads in a northeastern direction, and the baseball the opposite. And that's hit on the ground right to the first baseman, C.J. Vasquez, who will take it to the bag for out number 2. Baseball going in a northwesterly direction. The point of that is, boy, did the balls continue to fly out in that broadcast we did, Paraclete softball. The prevailing breeze in the Antelope Valley runs again in the direction eastward, southeast. It's a whole different ball game with Paraclete baseball facing the opposite way. As right now at the plate, it's Logan Mount. Logan takes it for a strike. Except for one variance. One thing changes. When the Santa Ana winds kick up, then the wind comes from the south heading north, and all bets are off over there at Paraclete baseball, as that's a curveball, and the count even at 1-1. Of course, all these meteorological things, as it's outside, it's 2-1, all came from Coach Gorman. He's like a weatherman / baseball coach and a terrific fireman for the LA County. Swung on and missed, and it's 2 strikes right now on the hitter at the plate. The leadoff hitter, Logan Mount. Logan flying out to center in the first inning, 0 for 1. 2-1, Desert Christian. Jacobo comes back. Strike 3 called. Oh, he showed the heater that time. That would have shown up on the Highway Patrol Jugs gun. Wow, what velocity. And right now, out of the inning, as a result, we head to the third. 2-1, Knights on L28. Jesse Hernandez steps up there for Paraclete right now. Start things off, and they're down 2-1 in this ballgame. Medina starts a third inning of work and starts off with a fastball. It's outside, and it is 1-0. Medina went 4 innings in his last outing. That's a slider, and it is outside 2-0. That was way back on March 12th. Can't imagine him being that rusty, but no, he's coming through in a 2-1 fashion in this ball game, and it's a curveball right now to again number 14 at the plate for Paraclete. The number 9 hitter is Hernandez. That's a strike, and the count now 3-1. Medina eyeballing this catcher Nick Weathers, and it's taken, ball 4. Nick Weathers is a very interesting story. You've got a catcher there who's 5'10", 5'11", but they say he's got a howitzer cannon right arm, so they have him out there. One more good thing is Nick Weathers is a good target behind the plate for, again, the night pitchers. Now they decide to have a conference. Weathers goes up there to speak to Medina and the complete infield contingent, except for the first baseman. File ran up there and said, hey, can I be part of the get-together? And he said, no, we've got it handled. Chase, get back to first. So he does, and here's number 6 at the plate right now. The leadoff hitter and the opposite number in terms of pitching, Jacobo. Runner goes, the pitch is high. Here's the throw, not in time. Great speed perpetuated that time on the part of Jesse Hernandez. He can really fly. So we don't expect a plethora of runs in this ball game. Remember, Paraclete just beat Bishop Amat, a big win for the program, 1-0, and they won the other day, and they went into extra innings to do it. Here's the pitch down low in the dirt. Mason Jacobo up there right now, and this the top of the third inning, 2-1. Desert Christian, but threatening a runner in scoring position is Jesse Hernandez. Here's the pitch, right back near our broadcast position, fouled away. Very spacious ballpark here at Raleigh-Duntley. 340 down the lines, that's right. That's big league numbers. And the fence isn't a short one, 5 or 6 feet. It's about a 7-foot barrier out there, and a full 385 to center here. Hit right on the ground, taken by the shortstop, sets and throws, not in time. Logan Mount did all he could to again try to nail a speedy runner in Mason Jacobo. So now you've got Spirits at first and third. Infield hit for Jacobo. Mount did all he could to get it to first, but couldn't get it done. And now they're having a conference on the hill. And they'll retreat to their positions. By the way, for the Knights with the leather, Medina and Weathers, your battery, File, Maine, Mount, and Aosta around the horn this afternoon here at Raleigh-Duntley Park. Number 6 up there right now, Mason Jacobo. Runner takes off for second, and they elect to throw down to third, allowing the runner to scamper into second. And now Paraclete is really in business right now with runners at second and third. From a stretch to improve his control, the young man, the senior, Medina. The slider outside, 1-1. Here's the Desert Christian outfield again. It's Edwards in left, Andrew Silva in center, Seth Zico in right. Curveball outside, 2-1. So a little bit of overgrowth, you can see it right there in the infield area. And because of the overgrowth, you don't see the undulations out there. That ball can skip and take off at any time on the infielders. Outside with that slider, and the count 3-1. It's number 16 at the plate, by the way. That's hammered down the left field line. Slicing foul and out of play. Antonio Longobardi. He shows he's got power. And since the last 10 years, the bats have been neutered somewhat in the high school realm. He hit it hard. That one's way outside and misses. It's ball 4. Bases full of spirits. And now the long, laborious walk out to the, again, pitcher's mound for the head coach right there, Jay Falk. They find themselves now up 2-1, but a precarious situation with the bases loaded. Ready to hit C.J. Vasquez, reaching base on an error back there in the second inning. So Falk is done conferring with his pitcher. See how they plot strategy. Nobody out. Hernandez walked. Jacobo the single, infield single. Longobardi the walk. And here comes C.J. Vasquez. Left-handed bat. As we noted earlier, the advantage to the hitter at the plate. And it's taken outside. It is 2-0. Nobody out. So again, how are you going to play it? A ground ball? We'll see what happens. Oh, that's what they don't want to do. A high-ranging fly ball to right in the wind and making the grab to right fielder Zico. And no problem that time for Jesse Hernandez to scamper home. And the ball gets away, but no other runner can take liberties right there. They all moved up 90 feet. You've got Spirits at second and third, and they tied this ball game up at 2. Sacrifice fly, C.J. Vasquez, RBI to him as well. And the hitter, number 10, Matt Mahoney, M&M, stepping up there right now. Medina's pitch, and it's hit hard down the left field line, foul ball, and the count 1-0. Or check that 0-1. Mahoney, a single and an RBI in this ballgame, and he's been a dangerous hitter this year. The senior, 281 with 3 doubles. Medina's offering is taken up high. It's 1-1. Jacobo at third. Longobardi at second. And just a moment ago, runner at first, Vasquez, the pitch is a strike. It's 2-1. So when they told the spacious Raleigh Dunkley Park, they weren't kidding. The ball gets in the gap here, and they can run forever and a day. Pitch taken inside with the curveball. As we said, symmetrical like park, 7-foot barrier, but they got a tall 40-foot netting out there so the baseballs don't go into someone's yard as this is slapped in the center. It's a base hit. Another Spirit will score. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. He's got 3 RBIs in the ball game, and that single drove in 2. And just like that, Paraclete up 3-2. As we said, he's a dangerous hitter. This time, he ended up at first base. You've got Spirits at first and second. Medina not out of this difficult patch going on right now for him. And his remarkable ERA, well under 1, 0.47, will start skyrocketing even at this juncture of the ballgame, having surrendered 3 runs. The left-handed bat right now, Salcido, down to first, knocked down by File, and he'll go to the bag for the out. Nice job that time. The main thing is to have control of the baseball, knock it down. Then you have some control. Pick it up and go to the bag, and Jace did that. Salcedo gone, and here is Perez at the plate. Runners remain at second and third, and the first pitch was taken high outside, 1-0. Comes right back, swung on and missed. A dandy of a pitch. That sort of just scooted away from the hitter. It started at one point and ended up in an opposite direction. Here's the 1-1. Down in the dirt, here's the throw. Oh, over the head of the third baseman. And here comes the Paraclete Spirit to the plate to score. Another overthrow, but at least the runner that started at second, Mahoney, will stay right at third. So on that overthrow, runner scores. Now it's 4-2. As they've got themselves 3 runs in the inning. Some sloppy play that time on the part of the Knights. And looking for more, Mahoney, he's a big guy, but he can motor if need be. Swung on and missed. He took a little something off of that off-speed pitch. Comes right back and down low in the dirt. Count 3-2. They've gone about as far as they can go. Still in the inning. We've got but one out. High chopper, not AstroTurf variety. Grabbed by Aosta, the throw to first, and he held on the runner effectively at third base. Nice job on the part of Jacob. So here comes Anthony Camas with 2 down, trying to cash in Mahoney at third. 4-2 Paraclete. Thanks to the deluge of runs in this inning, 3 runs coming over. And winds and fires away with a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Outfield generally straight away here. And this is hit to the right fielder right in front of him. A base hit will score Mr. Mahoney. Thomas gets the ribby. He's 2 for 2 in this ballgame. And as a result, now they're up 5-2. Paraclete, that is. Second trip to the mound, so it looks like they're going to make a change here. Let's see what's going to happen. So while they have that chance, already shaking his head, the head coach saying, of course, Ian, I would say, if I had to read his lips, Oscar, it's really just not your day. So 5-2 it is, a pitching change. We'll see how it all works out. We'll be right back here on L28. All right, we have a correction on the score. Thank you, game changer. 6-2. Big 5-run inning, and remember, highlighted by Matt Mahoney, who ultimately just scored a moment ago. Matt 2 for 2 in this ballgame, 3 RBIs, and 2 of them coming in this inning. So brand new pitcher out there for Desert Christian, and Medina finds himself, could not get through the third inning. 2 2/3 innings worked in this one, the shortest outing of the year for Oscar. Jacob Aosta, the great power in terms of the bat proficiency. Now we'll see how strong his sturdy right arm is. The obligatory 8 warm-up pitches right now. Like we said, Aosta just remarkable in terms of handling the aluminum. 533 average, a slugging percentage that's off the charts. I mean, well over 800. Jacob was all CIF last year, Division 7. But now we'll see what he can do to try to put his finger in the dam and stop this from being a Paraclete overflow and a Paraclete running away with this ball game. It's Division 7, the Knights, versus Division 4, Paraclete. Paraclete out of the Del Rey. And, of course, Desert Christian, the Heritage. 2 down in the inning. And here's Carlo Ramirez. They tell me it's 6-2. So, as a result, 5 runs over in the inning for Paraclete. Carlo is the one that grounded into 4-6-3 double play back there in the second inning. Acosta's delivery. And it's a fastball outside, 1-0. Runner at first right now. Paraclete as high as a kite right now, no doubt, with that tremendous 1-0 victory over Bishop Amat. And this is hit a mile high to the right fielder, Zico, who himself squeezed it for out number 3. Hey, he went back to retrieve his cap. I thought he went back to retrieve the baseball. But again, that shows some of the prevailing wind out there. Great grab by Seth Zico. They get 5 in the inning nonetheless. And so for Desert Christian, we're going to the bottom of the third inning and down 6-2 in this ball game. We'll be right back.
runs back, boys.
Oscar Medina will check in right now. Remember, a moment ago he was pulled as the starting pitcher for Desert Christian, but still out there handling the aluminum, and a high pop-up right side out of play. After Medina comes Aosta, and then Jace File for the Knights, who find themselves down after a 5-run inning on the part of Paraclete, now 6-2 deficit. And swung on and missed very late on that one as Mason Jacobo for Paraclete begins his own third inning of work and staked to the big lead right now. And that one waved at and missed. So certainly Jacobo fooling his opposite number, Medina, and a couple of those pitches were just devastating. Let's see how he handles this one. 2-strike count. Just a little piece of that. Chili dipped away off to the left side. And he'll come back, try it again with the count still with 2 strikes. Hey, we talked a lot about Paraclete coach Gorman. You know how desperate we reporters are trying to get information. So I tried to ask Coach Gorman, is he related to Gorman, California over there in the grapevine? He says, no connection, but they do have a laugh about it when the family travels to Bakersfield, as this is bounced away, pitched down low into the dirt. But as for Jay Falk, also in his second year, piloting this Desert Christian team, a father of 3 girls, but he has a connection to Paraclete, a former assistant with the Spirits. Here's the offering, fouled away. Medina hanging tough right now against a very tough pitcher in Mason Jacobo. Jay Falk is very, very, again, adamant that he holds each one of his student athletes accountable, checking their grades every week. Swung on and missed, and dropped by the catcher, the quick throw to first, and he ends up striking out. Medina is gone, 1-2. Strikeouts in this ball game on the part of Jacobo, and here comes Jacob Aosta. That's right, Coach Falk said it. He says, I check grades multiple times during the week, and if their grades are dropping, they don't play. Being a student athlete is a privilege, not a right. I wish they would tell some players in the NC2A, because, again, both these schools, faith-based schools, putting, again, the big fella upstairs first, Desert Christian and Paraclete, the priorities are right, wouldn't you say? As Aosta will step in there right now. Now, he took over as a pitcher in place of Oscar Medina. But remember now, let's repeat it. We don't want to drive Paraclete fans crazy, but Desert Christian fans just love the offensive production of Jason Aosta, who's waiting for his opportunity right now. Oh, it shows that behind the plate, the catcher Carlo Ramirez having some issue again with his equipment, and the umpire, very kind of him, helped strap him on and take care of him. That's an altruistic umpire, if I ever saw one. Aosta at the plate, the bat back and forth like a windshield wiper, and here's the pitch. It's over for a strike. Again, Aosta at 533. That's number 10 in all of Division 7. Yes, Southern Section. Oops, he almost that time let loose with that curveball. Didn't want it. Count even at 1-1. It's a slugging percentage that's off the charts. 857. Oh, he hits it hard into left field, base hit. Yeah, if the guy is hitting over 500 in this game, he's 1,000. Double in the first, single right now in the third, and here comes Jace File.
Come on, Jace, get it in.
6-2 Paraclete. Here in this, the bottom of the third inning, in a swiftly moving affair. And by the way, at this juncture of the ballgame, the wind has really been picking up. You might be able to hear it in my microphone here. Here's the pitch, it's a strike. Jacobo staked to the lead. And yes, he had the 2-0 loss to Bishop Ahmad. They played a 2-game series with a very, very tough school and lost 2-0. This is hit down the third baseman. Kamas to second for one. Back to first. He's safe at first. Oh, no, they say he's out. Yeah, we're looking to the second base umpire. There's nobody at first. And what a great play that time to execute, again, the double play. 5-4-3 double play. That was wonderful. And again, the pitcher's best friend, Bogo, 2 for 1. Inning over. We've gone 3, 6-2 Paraclete on L28. Hello. I don't hear me. Welcome back, everybody. As the hitter at the plate, that's number 14, Jesse Hernandez, sends it a long way down the left field line, slicing foul, and out of play. Hernandez followed by Jacobo, and then Antonio Longobardi. 6-2 Paraclete. Taking over for Oscar Medina, Aosta on the hill, taken high and outside. So Aosta, again, very talented hitter, but has to try to, again, staunch the flow and this plethora of runs on the part of Paraclete as the pitch taken outside. Paraclete coming out with 5, count them 5 runs in the third inning. And here's the pitch, and it's taken as a ball. It's 3-1. And that one was a strikeout, so going down that time in a blaze of glory is one Jesse Hernandez, and the next hitter will be Mason Jacobo. Top of the order now. And here's a slider outside, 1-0. next pitch, and it's just fouled off on the right side. Good job on the part of the catcher, Nick Weathers, to make sure it didn't end up as a fair ball. It's 1-1. Coming right back, Aosta, the breaking ball up high. It's 2-1. 6-2. Paraclete. They're standing right now, overall, 6-8. And that pitch, that's going to be outside. 4-4 in third place, however, in the Delray. And as we said, it's a hotly contested Delray. This is a little blooper to center field, the so-called Texas Leaguer, and that'll be good enough for a base hit right there for number 6, Mason Jacobo. Here in this, the top of the fourth inning. Spirit on first base, and here comes Antonio Longobardi. They go 7 innings, of course, in the high school realm. They keep talking about so many injuries in Major League Baseball and pitchers, as slider outside. They refer to, again, the games being too long. They need a pitch count. I'm not abdicating this position. Just think about how many problems would be solved in Major League Baseball if, dare I say, they go 7 innings. Just think about it. Pitch over for a strike, and it is 1-2. Oh, check that, 2-0. I love the game as it is. I love the 9-inning game. It's fine. But I'm just talking about addressing these issues. A high pop-up, foul ball, and out of play. The nature preserve is right behind us. Can you imagine if they go back there in the summer looking for a baseball and they find a Western Diamondback instead? I mean, think about it. And that's going to be a slider. Miss it. 3-1. Jacobo on first by virtue of the single. Longobardi at the plate. He walked back there in the third inning when, again, the deluge of runs, the 7-run inning for Paraclete. High pop-up. There's going to be a couple of, again, Knights looking for it. And finally, caught there by the first baseman, who's very capable. File. Turned out he didn't catch it. Oh, so we're back to the hitter at the plate, the number 8 hitter at the plate, or number 8 at the plate, the left-handed bat. It was caught, pardon me, so we got 2 outs in the inning. And here's a breaking ball up high, and that one thrown away, kind of lackadaisically thrown back by Nick Weathers. Aosta in relief for Oscar Medina as it's 6-2 Paraclete, and a runner taking a very generous lead off first base. Swung on and missed. That was a rising fastball. That is actually, again, something that a hitter thinks is happening. The pitch is not actually rising. Looks like it. Hit in the hole, but then grabbed by second baseman Jason Main. The throw in time for the out. A bang-bang play, and of course, the runner heading down the first base line made it close. All right, 3.5 in the books. 6-2 Paraclete on L28. Sure glad you're with us. Annabelle, am I on? Because I don't have anything in my headsets. Okay, if you say so. Oh, this is why. I got to. It's the bottom of the fourth, everybody. 6-2 Paraclete over Desert Christian. Ronnie Wald, your game broadcaster, so proud to bring it to you on L28. The pitcher, of course, Mason Jacobo, has gone all the way for the Spirits. First pitch swinging, lifted to right center. He's got his shades down, and on the run, Matt Mahoney able to make the grab for out number one. He really ranged quite a way. A lot of real estate out there covered by Matt. And we've got one down, and here comes Nick Weathers. Nick, the starting catcher, of course, for the Knights. That's their nom de plume. And the pitch is over for a strike. The sobriquet, the mascot for Paraclete, again, an inanimate object. The Spirits. Spirits and Knights. That's a curve down low in the dirt. A lot of room here between home plate and the backstop at Raleigh-Duntley Park. And because it's not a solid surface back here, it's just the chain link fence as the pitch is a strike. You can't count on the baseball, wild pitch, careening back to you like a hockey puck. You're going to have to go back and get it. Haven't had any wild pitches or pass balls in this game. And the pitch taken outside. And it's 2-2. Jacobo and his battery mate, Carlo Ramirez. 6-2 Paraclete. Comes right back. Waved at him, missed, strike three. Completely fooled that time as Jacobo getting stronger as the innings wear on. 1-2. We've got 2 strikeouts in this ballgame. And here comes Jason Main right now for the Knights. Here in this, the bottom of the fourth inning. If they get that far, number 3, Andrew Silva is on deck. It's a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Maine is at 273 this year and also an important contributor because he's also a starting pitcher for the Knights. Swung on and missed. So instead of wearing down as the innings again prolong, he's finding himself getting stronger and better velocity right now for the young man, MJ Mason Jacobo. Pitch taken outside that time. You talk about velocity. Oh, I have a friend of mine who's an umpire, and he did a game down there at Harvard Westlake yesterday. Duncan Marston swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. Duncan Marston's going to go in the first round. He's 6'3", senior, Harvard Westlake, 95 miles an hour. As for this one, we're heading into the 5th, and it's 6-2 Paraclete. We'll be right back. We swing now into the 5th inning of play. Welcome back, everyone, and starting off right now for Paraclete at the plate, they've got Matt Mahoney, Salcedo, and Perez. The heart, the meat, the center of the Spirit lineup, and that's a curveball taken for a strike. Beginning his own 2nd inning of work right now in relief, again for Medina, is Aosta. He's somewhat smiling right now. He still released the pitch smiling, and as a result, 3-0. Mahoney waiting. Oh, that pitch way out of the strike zone. So he needs to confer with his catcher right now because not one of those 4 pitches was anywhere near the strike zone. But there was some levity there because for a moment in time, Aosta was just laughing about it. Now getting instructions from his head coach, Jay Folk. 6-2, everybody. Paraclete ahead in this ballgame. And here comes the left-handed bat to the plate. Armando Salcedo. A diminutive young man, but he can handle the stick very well as it's taken for a fastball, a strike, 0-1. They talk about Salcedo even as a junior. Did you know he only has the only home run this year on Paraclete? Pop up to the pitcher, drops it. I would think the infield fly rule would take effect so they could avoid that. But he dropped it, and it looks like he's going to get away with it and accomplish that time. The lead runner being, again, tagged out. Salcedo will end up at first base. If he just catches it, then, of course, the runner would go back to first. One Paraclete player, and now they're discussing it right now, the 2 umpires, because anytime you've got runners on base and less than 3 outs, you've got a infield fly rule to protect that runner on the base paths. Keep him from getting caught. So now they're saying he is out at first base. Quite rightly so. So Salcedo gone. Nobody on the base pass right now. 2 away. And the pitch high and inside. So a little bit of chin music that time against the Paraclete player. Number 7. It looks like Abraham Perez. And down low in the dirt again, having control problems in this, the 5th inning, is Jacob Aosta. So a little pop-up. Aosta chose not to make the catch, and that hung up the Paraclete runner for dear life between first and second. They applied the tag, but the infield fly rule means not only is he out, but also Salcedo, as we have 2 down, and the pitch inside and tight, 3-0. Abraham Perez, 241 average, 4 runs batted in, pitched down low, another walk issued, this time on the part of pitcher Aosta. Here comes Anthony Camas, the talented third baseman, and he's been talented with the bat in this ballgame. 2 for 2, and he's got an RBI. 6-2, Paraclete. A very healthy lead taken by the runner at first base, Abraham Perez. Taking liberties over there. Look at that. 1 step at a time. And here it is, a high fly ball lifted to center, going back and grabbing it. Andrew Silva, who has some great skills out there, no doubt, very talented young man to haul it in. Silva, the sophomore. 6-2 Paraclete. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone, as we swing into this, the bottom of the fifth inning, 6-2 Paraclete, and a brand new pitcher on the hill right now for the Spirits. And he's a hard-throwing right-hander, no doubt. That had a lot of velocity, but it's high and outside, 1-0. Young man named Caden Cincis, Cincus. Not from Cincinnati, not a Reds fan. And pitch taken high, 2-0. Left-handed bat right now for Desert Christian in the person of Andrew Silva. 4-run bulge right now for this, again, Paraclete team. Two teams that haven't faced off against one another, if you can believe it, in 9 years. Pitch taken for a strike. That's right. Nobody on the base pass, but look, Cincis is not in the windup. He's doing it again from the stretch, and swung on and missed. It is 2-2. Yeah, for two schools are only 3 miles apart to not have played each other since 95. Or check that, 2015. Now I'm getting carried away. 2015, 9 years, as this one is fouled away back into the screen. A lot of these young players were in Little League at that time. But they've always lobbied for this game to take place. A number of these players have played against each other and with each other on travel ball teams and on Little League teams, as that swung on and missed, strike 3. So Silva is gone, and we know Cincis can really bring it. Jacobo and Cincis for Paraclete. Medina and Aosta for the Knights. Number 28 at the plate, the number 9 hitter, Seth Zico. And he takes it that time for a strike, 0-1. Seth grounded out himself in the second inning, 0-1. Cincis rears back and fires away, and the pitch taken high. It's 2-0. One down here in this, the fifth inning. 6-2 Paraclete. And the blustery winds, again, starting to kick up at this, again, stage of the ballgame. Cincis comes right back. Down low in the dirt, pushed him off the plate, and it is 3-1. Or check that, 3-0. We are not operating with, again, the modern convenience of a scoreboard. Depending on the finger gestures of that great umpire behind the plate. Oh, that's over for a strike, and it's 3-1. So the battery now for Paraclete, Cincis and Ramirez. Looking for a sign from Carlo, and comes to the plate. Swung on and missed, and it's 3-2. Vasquez at first, Perez at second, Longobardi the shortstop, Camas at the hot corner at third base. Umpire now asking for time. I didn't know if a player there, as the wind kicked up, got a little bit of dirt in their eye or nothing, or something like that. All right, comes right back. Here it is. Inside, ball 4. Zico takes first base. Logan Mount, the hitter, the leadoff hitter, who's been, like so many of the Desert Christian players, left outside the candy store with his, again, nose pressed up, wishing he could get a confection. He's 0 for 2 in this game. Desert Christian themselves has 1, 2, 3 hits in this ballgame. That's how effective Paraclete pitchers have been this afternoon. Pitch over for a strike right now to number 8, Logan Mount. Logan, what a year he's having. 357 for Desert Christian. 14 runs scored for the senior. Down low in the dirt, kicking up a plume of dust emanating from the earth. Now back in there right now. Very confident looking hitter at the plate. And I think the 357 average bears that out. More wind gusts. fouled back into the screen. Anyway, we tried to mention before, we talked about a 7-foot barrier here to hit it out at Raleigh-Duntley, but a 40-foot barrier in right field. If you hit it in that netting, it's a home run. But it keeps the baseballs out of those Lancaster homeowners' yards, and hopefully no breakage of their windows. Oh, inside. He spun on the plate that time, did a pirouette. Logan Mount is an interesting guy. He told his coach, hey, in 6 months I'm going to play second base for you. And the coach thought, hey, that's arrogant. Pitch inside and tight. But it showed, is it arrogance or is it confidence? I mean, you know what I mean? So Logan Mount said, I'm going to play second. He didn't just play second for his coach. He ended up playing shortstop, center field, left field, right field, and second, of course. Logan Mount, a really great young man, only a sophomore, and he takes out down low, and that is ball 4. Okay, you've got Knights on first and second, 1 away, and here comes Oscar Medina. One thing Jay Falk was talking about Logan Mount, his great footwork, that he's really been coached well over the years before he got to high school. I mean, like a Baryshnikov, a Nureyev out there, ballet-like moves. You keep your eye on him because he's got a great baseball IQ. As number 10, here he comes, Oscar Medina, the tough luck starter in this ballgame, who again surrendered the 5 runs that has made the difference in this particular ballgame. It's 6-2 Paraclete right now in this, the bottom of the 5th inning. Trying to make up with it with the bat right now is Oscar. Pitch down low. OSKAR Medina. The father, the assistant coach on the Knights, OSCAR. Fouled away. Sounded like it hit the catcher, Carlo Ramirez, no worse for wear. Maybe they can turn this into an annual get-together, hoping that this game between these two teams will inspire that. Census looks for a sign, a backwards glance of the runner, and here's the pitch. Oh, it bounces in front of the catcher, high in the air. Everybody's going to go 90 feet. I know we mentioned wild pitches in the last inning. I know we did. I didn't want to put the whammy on anyone, but the bottom line was, there it was. But he didn't go back to the backstop here. When you have, again, copious rooms on the backstop and down the lines, it is a pitcher's ballpark. No doubt Raleigh-Duntley is. The hitter Medina waiting, and the pitch taken outside. And the spacious nature of it means you're going to have a low run output. So this is not a hitter's friendly park, no doubt about it. Aosta waiting, and Medina hit down to the third baseman, chasing down the runner. Here's the throw. They apply the tag in time for the out. So the pinch runner out there, Seth Zico, was on thanks to that walk. He took off for home plate. The throw was made, and the, again, tag applied. He's gone. We've got ourselves 2 outs. Scampering in a second right there is Logan Mount. And here comes the always dangerous hitter at the plate, Jacob Aosta. Got a runner at first base right there as well in Medina. So first and second right now for the Knights. Census, high drive. It's deep center. This is going to be trouble. This one will fly away. You knew it when he hit it. That one really flew the coop here at Raleigh-Duntley. And you get a little bit exhibition of the great power, again, perpetuated on the part of J.A. Jacob Aosta. That is the first team home run of this year. Does it at home. Clears the 385 mark in center. And thanks to those 3 runs, it's made it quite a ball game, would you say? 6-5 Paraclete. And here comes Jace File. So Census was going along swimmingly there, and then it seemed like the roof fell in on him. 3 big runs, a 3-run jack on the part of Aosta. File waiting with a fastball that backs him off the plate. File in this ball game, 0 for 2, a very hungry hitter. He hits .421 on the year, senior. He's due up there. He's really due. Down in the dirt, 2-1. Sometimes you just think about it, I wonder if that ball will leave the yard. There was no doubt about that. The old baseball adage, he tore the cover off the ball. Line drive, I told you. He's a hungry hitter. He was 0 for 2, so he immediately slaps it in the right center. A solid single with 2 outs. Noah Bakewell will check in right now, number 11. What will Noah do as they've suddenly gotten hot? Let's face it, Mason Jacobo was going along just fine. And obviously, it built up the enthusiasm on the part of the Knights, knowing that they might get through against Caden Census. The slider outside, 1-0. Bakewell reached base on the error in the first, flew out to right field in the fourth. 0 for 1. Comes right back, and the pitch down low and inside, 1-1. And with that, again, long drive to center, 385 to center. There was some footage to add on to that, no doubt. I would give another 15 feet, at least a 400-yard home run. 400 feet. 400 yards, that'd be difficult. 400 feet, yeah, manageable. Great power on the part of Aosta. Down low in the dirt, still a swing on the part of Noah Bakewell, whose stepfather works for the city of Lancaster. That's great. Part of the brethren. John Sanders, recreation coordinator. His son trying to coordinate things right now on the baseball diamond. Pitch in the dirt, looking for it right there was the catcher, Ramirez. And fortunately, he put his body in front of it, shaking his head. The look of incredulity on the face of Carlo Ramirez there. Just like that, it's 6-5. Paraclete only up by 1. Lonely run. From a stretch to improve his control. Pitch inside, runner takes off, and it's strike 3 called. Noah was left with a bat on his shoulder at the plate, but the damage more than been done. A 3-run home run, his first one of the year for Jacob Aosta, who now has in this ballgame 4 RBIs and 13 on the year. More importantly, Paraclete only up by 1, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Ivan Tejada steps in there right now and takes a pitch for a strike. We have a brand new pitcher on the hill right now. It's going to be Jason Main. Oh, I like that off-speed pitch, but misses. Count 2-0 to Ivan. He works quickly. Unorthodox delivery. Over the top. Excuse me, swing. Right back to the box. Main couldn't make the play. Ivan safe at first. I wonder if Ivan's related to the former Oakland A, Miguel Tejada. I wonder. Who was playing that night in the first game ever at, again, the Hangar, Jethawk Stadium, 1996. Here's the offering down low to Jesse Hernandez. The reason I remember, because I was there that day. And Tejada, that night, had a big night at the Hangar, opening game. And this young man ends up at first base. Who knows if they're related? Anyway, down low into the dirt right now to Jesse Hernandez. Paraclete holding on to the nebulous. Very lonely. 1-run lead, 6-5. The fastball, it's up high. It's 3-0. Somewhat of a straightaway outfield, but playing rather deep, I would say. Zico, Silva, Edwards, right to left for this, again, Desert Christian team. And he loses them with a ball 4. Main is not just out there to fill duty. He's one of the starting pitchers for this Desert Christian team. He knows what he's doing. But with that walk, here in this, the top of the 6th inning, they're in a real jackpot right now behind the 8 ball, so to speak, because here you've got Paraclete Spirits on first and second, and they need to have a chance to confer with Jason Main on the hill. I knew a pitching coach at West Ranch High School, and when the pitcher was in a jam, they never went out to tell them strategy or anything. He would invariably tell a joke to the pitcher to loosen him up, and you see both people laughing. I don't know if it worked. I guess sometimes it did. Swung on and missed as he pulled the string on that pitch. Very effective to Mason Jacobo. You always wonder why a pitcher like Jacobo can't figure out his opposite number, and he's being fooled. And the pitch down low in the dirt. Runners take off. The throw down to third. They say he's safe. I know the throw was on the wrong side of the bag to nail the Paraclete runner, but that particular umpire said he was safe. We don't have replay at L28, but I'll tell you something. I thought he did nail him. Jacobo waiting, and a golden opportunity for him with Spirits at second and third in scoring position. Curveball outside 2-1. Medina, Aosta, and Main for the Knights. Swung on and missed. Oh, he missed that by a country mile. All right, shorten the swing. Just situational hitting here. Go the other way with it. He couldn't even get a hold of it at all. Fooled completely. And swung on and missed. With runners at second and third. And with, again, one down. Perfect opportunity to shoot it in the hole. Notice, again, playing very tight at first and second base. File and, again, his opposite number, a new second baseman's out there. Pitch taken down low and outside. Main moving from second base to the pitcher's mound. Into the windup. Here he comes. And it's going to be a high chopper down to Aosta. The throw to first. In time for the out, and the Paraclete runners could go nowhere. Great job on the part of Aosta, who didn't just field it and fire it away. He looked back at the Paraclete runners, second and third, and they're almost like their feet were in concrete. They weren't going anywhere. Now Gorman, head coach of Paraclete, going out there to confer with the umpire. And the same base path umpire needs to talk to the crew chief, the home plate umpire right now, about that call. Gorman, the LA County fireman. And the former Jet Hawk and the former Cal State Northridge player, and Palmdale High School, that is. So, again, Jacobo up there, runners at second and third. Here's the pitch, and it is down low. 2-2. Maine delivers. Ooh, high drive, deep left center, going to be real trouble, and it's going into that death valley of left center field. One Paraclete player will score. The second one will score and put the Spirits up by 1, 7-6. Timely hitting that time. He hung in there. He was behind in the count and finally came through in a big way. I'm speaking of Mason Jacobo. Yeah, he's a great pitcher. And here's the well-struck baseball in the right field, a single. Actually turned into a double. Great job that time. Scoring a run and coming with a double. So the bats really come alive in this inning for this Paraclete team at a time when they really needed it, found themselves down in this ballgame. That was Antonio Longobardi. And now number 12 will step up there as Paraclete shows not only Division 4, the difference between Division 7, but also the ability to come back as they have. And Maine has not been the answer in this inning so far for Desert Christian, no doubt about it. So head coach again, Jay Falk, will head back himself to the dugout after conferring. Maine will stay out there. And the Paraclete hitter at the plate right now with a runner in scoring position. So they've got it down 8-5. That's what we've got without our scoreboard. 8-5 it is. And at the plate, the hitter takes a pitch up high, 1-0. Here it goes, another one. Oh, great grab over there, fielded by Aosta. He gets the out at first. Runner takes off to third. The throw not in time. So Aosta brought him close. It was 6-2. He got himself a 3-run home run, made it 6-5. And now in this inning, it looks like three have come over. Thank you so much. And now it's 9-5. People are helping me out here. Thank you. And this pitch taken high and outside. So Paraclete again has maintained their lead and answering back after the Aosta 3-run home run with, in this inning, 4 runs of their own. Quite an explosive offensive explosion on the part of the Spirits. This is hit in the hole, in the right field. It's a base hit, RBI, and now Paraclete's hit double figures. They lead this ballgame 10-5. And boy, have the bats really awakened here. No doubt in the 5th inning. And Maine has been the recipient of it. And they just elected to leave him out there. 10-5 it is. We've got ourselves in the inning, 2 down. But it seems like an inning that's gone on and on and on for Desert Christian. Here's the fastball, and it's up high, 1-0. Look at all that space in right center. If he does find a way, again, we use the term situational hitting, to put it in that gap, this guy has the speed. No doubt, maybe an inside the park home run. It's so spacious. As that pitch is taken high and inside, 1-1. Maine rocks and fires away. Pitch taken high. It's 3-0. So offensive explosion in a game we thought, oh, going to be a pitcher's duel. No. And he loses them with ball 4. Now you've got spirits at first and second in the never-ending inning that goes on and on. Anthony Camas is the hitter. Anthony in this ball game, 2 for 2. He's red hot. And remember, we talked about Jacobo and great job he does as a pitcher. That single earlier in the inning, he's 4 for 4 in this ball game. Now it's Camas' opportunity. He's got an RBI, and he's 2 for 2. Taken for a strike. 10-5, Paraclete. We're here in this top of the 5th inning. Maine rocks and deals, and the pitch outside is 2-1. Tall, angular young man, Maine on the hill, and has been the recipient of a lot of runs scored by Paraclete as this is fouled away into the screen. Maine, a backwards glance of the runner, and that over-the-top delivery, it seemed like a floater that time. Almost, I don't know, a pitch that appeared to be like a knuckler. Instead, it's taken outside. He works swiftly inside, ball 4. Camas with the walk. They've had 3 in the inning, 2 hits, has turned into the 5 runs. And Carlo Ramirez's spot right now, and they elect to bring in number 9 to hit. And they brought a lot of players now off the bench, this Paraclete team. And just like that, Nick Weathers needs to go out there and speak to Maine. As we said, Maine is one of the starters, but he's had a really difficult time in this inning. 10-5. Scoring 4 in the inning, fastball taken high, 1-0. Bases loaded. The curveball, that misses, it's 2-0. Bases full, FOS, full of spirits. Down into the dirt. Will the runner take off? He will. In the second wild pitch of the inning, and scoring easily that time, number 17, Anthony Perez. So Perez scoring on that wild pitch, making it 11-5. And it looks like Jay Falk has seen enough coming out there. Let's see if he'll bring the hook with him. Taking the baseball this time from the young man, Jason Maine. So this game, which had such high hopes and the opportunity for so many of these players that grew up playing with one another, Little League, travel ball, and finding it right now a deluge of runs. 5 more coming over in the inning for Paraclete, and they leading 11-5. Did he give them instructions? He did not bring the hook with him. Maine is going to stay out there. 2 down in the inning, and it's been a precarious, difficult inning for the catcher over there at Weathers. So it looks like they will make a change. Number 3 is going to come in. It's Andrew Silva. All right, so for this again, night team, Medina, Aosta, Maine, and now Silva. And in the ballgame, Silva started in center field, 0 for 2. He's a left-hander, hoping that may make the difference and shut down this Paraclete offensive juggernaut. Starting at 3:15 today, and we're almost at the 2-hour mark of this ball game, which has slowed up considerably, again, thanks to this 5-run inning on the part of Paraclete. There you can hear the wind coming through our headset microphone. And we're right here, 45-degree angle from home plate. Can almost reach out and touch the players. So with Paraclete, 5 over in the inning, looking for more. New pitcher Silva moving in from center field. He's a lefty, a southpaw. And he'll be facing off against a right-handed bat right now of his Paraclete Spirit team. And here's his first pitch. Down low, and it gets away. Third wild pitch of the inning. Runner comes. He didn't need to slide. Weathers couldn't make the throw, and scoring that time for Paraclete. Making it 12-6, and again, 6 big runs in the inning for the Spirits. Jesse Hernandez will step in there right now. Ball got away. Runner takes first base. There's also a Paraclete runner at third. At first and third right now. Hoping the deluge of runs can be thwarted right now. And hoping Silva can do it. Uh-oh, another wild pitch, number 4 in the inning. Here comes the runner to plate. No throw that time from Weathers either. And able to score easily was Anthony Camas, making it 13-5. 4 and 3, 7 big runs in the inning. And Jesse Hernandez steps in there right now. Spirit at second base. Up by 8 runs. A game that was oh so close. As the offering is taken inside 1-0. After, again, the Aosta home run, it seemed like they're going to make a game of it. This is hit on the ground. Let's see if this will do it. The throw to first in the dirt. He's out. We'll say it again. The damage has been done. 8 in the inning, or an 8-run bulge right now. And they were ahead with 6 and 3, 7 in the inning. 13-5, like a football score. Paraclete up. We'll be right back on L28. Brand new pitcher out there right now for Paraclete. It's Anthony Hernandez, hard-throwing right-hander. Jacobo Census Hernandez. And at the plate right now, number 12, Nick Weathers. Weathers followed by Jason Main and then Andrew Silva for the Knights in the 6th inning. Down to their last 6 outs here as the pitch is a curve for a strike, 0-1. 13-5. Paraclete up big thanks to that 7-run inning. Pitch taken outside and misses, 1-1. They're here at home, even though it is a city park. This is a home field for Desert Christian. And the pitch that time misses, 2-1. Paraclete adorned in the uniform is so reminiscent of Cincinnati Reds. Gray shirt, red on the shoulders, gray hat with a red bill. Fouled away that time on the part of Nick Weathers. 1 for 2 this afternoon. 13-5 Paraclete. Comes right back with a fastball, and that is taken outside. Both these teams, again, as we noted, so delighted to have the opportunity to play one another. Somewhat historic high pop-up, and it will drift foul and out of play. It was actual players that lobbied for this game incessantly, ad infinitum, over and over, till it finally broke through. And the only time they could really have this game during spring break, before the resumption of their normal league schedules. And it's a slider, and that time outside, ball 4. So an ember of hope right now on the part of Desert Christian as Jason Main will step up to the plate. Jason really the recipient of, again, that offensive juggernaut on the part of Paraclete to put this game, again, possibly out of reach. But, again, they're not giving up hope right now with Nick Weathers at first base. Main waiting at the plate. The pitch is dropped. Main takes off. No throw. Dirties up his uniform considerably and is still hustling out there. Give him a lot of credit. On deck, Andrew Silva. Scratching and clawing back. Let's see how they do it. Pitch down into the dirt, 1-1. One thing I just noticed here, they do have lights at Raleigh-Duntley Park. And they're undergoing quite a major renovation at this particular park. High pop-up and flared foul and out of play. There's going to be new basketball courts, new, again, area for preschoolers. They're not sure what's going to happen with this field and if renovation is going to come to it. But all of it's going to be completed, they say, sometime in the summer. From a stretch right now, Hernandez, a runner behind him, second. Up the middle. It's grabbed instead by the shortstop. The throw to first. And he's out. A bang-bang play. Credit goes to Antonio Longobardi, who ranged far to his left to flare it, and then the throw in time. And it's not easy to throw out Jason Main, the tall, angular young man. He's gone, but scampering himself into third, Nick Weathers. Here comes Andrew Silva to the plate. Number 3, the left-handed bat. Righty versus lefty matchup right now. Advantage goes to the hitter, and they would dearly love to try to claw away and get back in this ball game. It seems like a formidable task as the offering down low. 13-5, yeah. Football-like score. In the latter stages of this game, the wind has remained rather constant as the pitch taken outside on the slider, 2-1. Hernandez took over for Caden Census. Rocks and fires away, and down in the dirt, it's 3-0. Runner 90 feet away from scoring. The offering is a strike, 3-1. Paraclete is really well tested, though, coming out of that Del Rey League. It's a top-notch, top-tier Catholic league, and the pitch swung on and missed that time. And the count full at 3-2. I guess the best terminology you can say, Paraclete battle-tested, has run the gauntlet in the Del Rey. And they're so very excited, again, getting that win over Bishop Amat, 1-0 just a couple of days ago. Comes right back, pitch high and inside, ball 4. So Silva, the recipient of a walk, Seth Zico, stepping in there, number 28. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. He did walk back there in the deluge of runs, a 7-run explosion in the 5th inning. Or should I say that was the 3-run home run, pardon me. Here's the pitch inside, the throw down to second. He's got him by a country mile. Here's a quick throw to third, and the runner just scampered back, just ahead of the throw. So the great arm behind the plate of Carlo Ramirez able to get the runner at second for Paraclete, 2 down, or should I say for Desert Christian. And now we have a runner 90 feet away from scoring, Maine. Let's see what they can do with it, with a very pesky hitter at the plate in Seth Zico. Hernandez, the curveball is a beauty, over for a strike. Yeah, Zico, if you recall, the 3-run inning, he was one of the recipients. Driven in by Aosta, that long 3-run home run to center that pulled it close to 6-5. Pitch taken down low, 1-2. Hernandez nods in affirmation, likes the call from the catcher. And here it is, down low and inside. It is 2-2. Desert Christian runner 90 feet away at third base. Nick Weathers, the catcher, down low into the dirt, 3-1. It's an El Capitan they'll have to scale here, knowing they're down 13-5, but they would like to at least finish strong and scratch back. Swung on and missed, held on by the catcher, and that is strike 3, and they end up stranding the young man Nick Weathers at third. We're headed to the 7th, the final inning, everybody. 13-5, Paraclete on L28. We'll be right back. We swing into the seventh, everybody. Welcome back, Ronnie Wald. So proud to bring it to you on L28. Paraclete stepping up there now and firmly in control, in cruise control, now leading this ballgame 13-5. Silva on the hill right now for this Desert Christian team, the Knights, and the pitch inside is 2-0. And this is struck, and it's hit hard. Oh, a nice grab in center field. I know Andrew Silver is no longer there. He's pitching right now, but a terrific grab out there by the center fielder. It started to take off on him. It did, like a jackrabbit. Looks like number 10 out there. Oscar Medina, the starting pitcher. So he's got skills with the leather. Great job, Oscar. One away. And for Paraclete stepping in there right now, they're using a lot of their backup players at this juncture of the ball game. Sensing a win. Pitch taken outside, 1-0. Spacious Raleigh-Duntley Park. Pitch for a strike. It's 1-1. I mean, this is big league dimensions out here. And it's not any easier if the wind is blowing in against you. Down low. It was really a nightmare inning there. 4 wild pitches. Along with, again, the 7-run explosion for Paraclete. Made this an interesting 1-run affair and turned it into a nightmare for Knight fans. Pitch taken inside, 2-1. Here's the offering. Swung on and hit deep to center. Ranging back there again, Medina makes the grab about 10 feet in front of the wall. Well, we didn't have any jet stream that time, wind to help that baseball. But I would say most high school stadiums, that would have been out of there. But the dimensions, as we mentioned a moment ago, are so spacious here that was just a lazy fly ball to Medina. So 2 away. And a final chance for, of course, this Knight team in the bottom of 7th. Swung on and fouled away, 0-1. In case you're interested, you're a Knight fan. Who's coming up for the Knights in the 7th? Messrs. Mount, Medina, and Aosta. Yeah, Paraclete will have to go through Aosta to get a W here, down low into the dirt. He's just one of those guys that gets up there and, think of the great home run hitters in history and what they've been able to do. They just generate excitement amongst the fans. And by the way, opening day in Major League Baseball today, hope springs eternal. Great quote from Joe DiMaggio once about opening day in Major League Baseball, that it has the expectation for young people like a birthday party, that something great is going to happen. As this has hit on the line, this is pretty great. A solid single to right. And now we've got a Paraclete runner at first base with 2 down here in the 7th. And you wait all winter, if you're, again, a rabid baseball fan, for that moment as the Dodgers and MLB had it today. And they say the kids with the expectation like a birthday, don't forget the big kids too. How we feel. Never lost the energy. As that pitch, a breaking ball taken way outside to Paraclete, right there, number 12 at the plate. Gorman's giving a lot of players an opportunity here, bench warmers, to be part of this game, as that's over for a strike. Medina, Aosta, Maine, and now the southpaw, young man Silva, and that gets away. And that will be a wild pitch. And sauntering into second is the Paraclete player in scoring position. They're already up right now by 8 runs, 13-5, looking for more. And it's been an exhausting second half of the ball game for Nick Weathers behind the plate for the Knights. He's had to contend with 5 wild pitches. That's what I'm just going to say is that offering that time is taken outside. Hey, maybe a couple of those were pass balls. I can't say, but it was still exhausting for Nick. Pitch inside, ball 4. All right, runners at first and second. And Nick Weathers, great handsome young man. Great smile in the early part of the game, and now he looks, well, like he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. It's almost been like a pinball machine for him trying to deal with the wildness of Knight pitchers. This is going to be a 2-hopper. The shortstop's got it. He'll go the short way, and that's that. No runs, a couple left aboard. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th, everyone. Last chance for the Knights, down 13-5 to Paraclete. We'll be right back.
Note of it. That's who Chip will be interviewing. Jason Acosta, Oscar Medina III. After the game, though.
Logan Mount, Oscar Medina, and Jacob Acosta. The last chance here for this Knight team in the bottom of the 7th. Down 13-5 to Paraclete. The pitch taken inside and tight to Logan, who's found himself hitless in this ballgame and walked once. Here's a ground ball. It'll be easy again. Pickens that time for the third baseman Camus. The throw to first in time for out number 1. So Mount ends up hitless in this ballgame, and the hitter Oscar Medina. The multi-talented Oscar Medina. 357 average, known as a spray hitter, and he's been a 4-year starter for the Knights, but he showed he can handle things out in center field as well. The pitch on the part of Anthony Hernandez is taken high. 1 down. And don't forget Tiffany, she's here, and she's got some great post-game interviews coming up as it's lifted foul, right side, out of play. And, of course, Tiffany, former Miss California, tip on the town, she's a former Paraclete grad herself. So it's like old home week. The slider taken down low. I thought in the early stages of this game it would be a pitcher's duel. And then, all of a sudden, the deluge of runs on the part of both teams. But most notably for Paraclete, this is hit up to center fielder on the run, makes the grab for the second out here in the 7th inning. So no matter what happens, it just seems the anticlimactic, dramatic way with baseball. They cannot win this game unless they go through the always smiling and at times serious and gifted Jacob Aosta, who will step up there right now with 2 outs, and Anthony Hernandez trying to close the door on Desert Christian. The slider down low, 1-0. Jacob Aosta, 3 for 3 in this ball game. 4 big runs batted in. Doubled in the first, singled in the third, and that 3-run jack to center, oh man, that went into orbit. The offering over for a strike at the knees. That was hit so high and so deep, that ball probably came up as a blip over there at Edwards Air Force Base. What a home run. His first of the year. And thanks to the 4 RBIs, he's got himself 13 on the year. One of the top hitters, of course, in the Heritage, taken outside, and it's a ball. He's really crouching down here, making it difficult for the pitcher to find that strike zone. Hernandez into the windup, fires away. This is hit into right field, and only over the glove. Reaching so very high, trying to climb the ladder that time was the second baseman Abraham Perez. And guess what? Maybe Desert Christian will end up losing this ball game. It's likely. But I'll tell you something, Jacob Aosta, 4 for 4. 2 singles, a double, and the home run. So, still a blip on the screen in the ER. They're not flatlining yet. Still hanging in there, and number 23 at the plate. The pitch taken outside, 1-0. That's the first baseman, Jace File. He's been gifted all year long with a great .421 average, but it's overshadowed by the .533 average of teammate Aosta, who's at first base, swung on and missed. Think of Aosta at .533 coming into this game, 4 for 4 in this game. He's got to be close to hitting 600. Man, up the middle, base hit. This young man's getting close to 500 himself. Nice job for Jace File. Now, Knight sits at first and second. And Noah Bakewell steps in there. We're already past the 2-hour point of this ballgame. Right now, roughly 2:20. Roughly. Here's the pitch. It's over for a strike. One thing we haven't seen in this ballgame is first pitch strikes. And that was the predicament early on for Oscar Medina, who fell behind a Paraclete and was in a real jackpot after that. Down low, or should I say up high with the pitch, but going down low was Bakewell. Hernandez looking for a sign for catcher Ramirez, 2 away, and Knight's at first and second, 13-5, Paraclete. Just got a little piece of that one, fouled away, and let's see if he's down to his final strike. Great job, L28 crew today. Ryan and Joe on cameras. Jen, the communications czar of the city of Lancaster, she's in attendance. And Annabelle expertly produced everything. That bat going around and around in a hypnotic state. A backwards glance at the runner. And this is lifted down the right field line. And it's slicing foul and out of play. That looked like one of my 3 irons at the golf course. It starts out straight, but then it goes on its own merry way. Now we'll come back, try it again with, again, Noah Bakewell, who is one of the hungriest hitters out there. He did reach base on an error in the first, but he's 0 for 2 this afternoon. Knights at first and second. The fastball taken inside and tight. Two outs in the seventh. 13-5 Paraclete. Here she comes. Fouled away. Chili dipped at the plate. They'll come back, try it again. The left fielder, Jesse Hernandez, for this Paraclete team. He's got a cousin, Noah Martinez, playing for the JV. This is a good chance he'll be called up to the varsity. The reason I'm bringing it up, his dad, Santos, is an incredible server at the Denny's on K Street. I was over there this morning. I know there's people saying, yeah, Ronnie, you made this up to make a story. I'm telling you the truth. Santos Martinez, great server at Denny's, and son plays for the JV for Paraclete. I had to get that in there. High chopper, fair ball inside third and down the line. The wide turn, Aosta, look at him digging. Here's the throw to third, not in time. Aosta, he's a big guy, and he was digging all the way as if he was scoring to tie this ball game up. But they do get a run here in the seventh and make it 13-6. Desert Christian still hanging in there. Nick Weathers, the hitter. And runners at second and third. A simple single from Nick will get him up to 13-8. They're crying out for a line drive from Nick. The fastball taken high. Yeah, Paraclete has a JV team. Oh, this is hit in the gap. A solid single. Maybe he's going to take liberties. No, two runners do score on the single. A timely one from Nick Weathers. Nick had a single in the first. In the ball game, he's 2 for 3. And now they have reached 8. 13-8. Still a very difficult, tall Mount Whitney they have to climb, but they're showing the heart and the vigor and the resourcefulness, really the heart of the lion, on this resourceful Desert Christian team. The fastball comes in to Jason Main inside 1-0. 3 over in the bottom of the seventh right now. 13-8. Down low, runner takes off. Here's the throw on the wrong side of the bag. He's safe. He would have nailed him if it was at the right place. So, they're getting aggressive. They're laying it on the line. They have nothing to lose. As this is a breaking ball taken high, it's 2-1. Maine grounded out in the first, struck out in the fourth, and hit into a ground out in the fifth. 0 for 3. Comes right back. High pop-up. It'll be a souvenir for someone back there. Terrific location for this park, just across the street from Antelope Valley College. They say that University of Antelope Valley, when they did play baseball, they played here for a couple of years. It's a great resource. Fastball. It's a strike. He's gone. Strike 3. So Hernandez took care of it himself, but not before. Again, the Knights pick up themselves 3 in the inning. but end up losing this game ultimately to Paraclete 13-8. Already out there. She has no fear. Tiffany's out there to conduct our post-game interview, and we'll get to that in a moment. For Paraclete, Jacobo, Cincis, and Hernandez. Pitching in this ball game for the Knights, Medina, Aosta, Maine, and Medina will get the loss. He's 1-1. Jacobo, I suspect, will get the win. He's 3-2. In a ball game that went 2 hours and 28 minutes this afternoon in Lancaster, California, Desert Christian in this non-conference game improves, or should I say, falls to 8-3. It's Paraclete that improves. They're almost at 500 overall. They're now 7-8. All right, we're going to send it over to Tiffany when she gives us the thumbs up. Waiting for that in a moment. Hey, thanks for, again, your viewership here on L28. Historic broadcasts that we're so proud to bring it to you. First basketball into, or should I say first football. Oh, did we have great numbers for that. Into basketball, and ultimately now softball, baseball. Again, 13-8 Paraclete. We're going to send it now out to Tiffany.
Where it was.
Like you said, easy money for you, but you guys ended second in the league last season. What tactics do you need to take in practice to make sure that you end not just second, but first this season?
We just gotta take a lot more reps. Just a lot of reps. Gotta figure out who we need and what positions and stuff.
You're clearly a leader of the team. What are your leadership tactics moving forward?
I just like to encourage the team. You know, if I see someone slacking, I ask them like to hurry and stuff. You know, just make sure they're hustling.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Oscar. Great game.
Thank you.
And see you soon.
You too.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Hi, Oscar. Nice to meet you. I'm Tiff. Great game.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's okay. You guys are doing great. You know, it was good game as always. Yeah, you're just gonna talk, okay? Just say anything. Say, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
There you go. Yeah? Awesome. What are your plans after this? Like in college?
Just do mechanical engineering.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
3.
Oscar, you're a natural born leader for the team. You show up and show out. What are some changes that you would have made today to get that win?
Pitch better. I should have hit better, but hey, it was a solid outing for everyone on the team today, and yeah, we're gonna just focus on the next game and improve.
If I'm correct, is that your father that's assistant coach of the team?
Yes.
Okay, what dynamic has that brought to your playing style for high school?
It's just it's giving me a comfortable ability to have them out there, and so I can improve better on baseball.
You're not just a great player, you're also extremely intelligent. So share with the audience what you're planning to do once high school is complete for you.
So I'm gonna go to AVC, and I'm gonna go and major in mechanical engineering.
Okay, serious question, right? This is the most important one. Big League Chew or sunflower seeds?
Sunflower seeds.
All the way. Well, thank you so much. Great game. Good luck in your future. All right, guys, thanks so much. This is L28 News. See you next time.